Coach Luke Beveridge said he really wasn't sure, admitting he'd been watching Lob's latest TikTok. He then urged Bulldogs fans to be patient with the rebuild, saying it would take some time. When pressed on how long it would take, the Premiership coach said it all depends on how long it takes Marcus Bontempelli to start having kids. Welcome back to AFL from LA. I'm your host, Cindy, and I'm standing outside the famous Magic Castle, where everyone from David Copperfield to Penn and Teller have performed their magic acts. A few things I've learned this round. Essendon aren't top two. Harry and Ben aren't the same person. And umpiring. Let's get to it. Elliot Yeo has issued an official apology for committing the cardinal sin of busting his ass to try to win the ball, an act that cost his team the 4 points in their clash against North Melbourne at Optus. With just minutes left and the Eagles having gained the lead, Yeo, in a moment that's being called out of touch with the game, risks life, limb, and endorsement deals to win back the ball, resulting in him being immediately tackled with no prior, leaving the umpire no choice but to penalize him for holding the ball. Eagles fans expressed their disgust at the siren, filling Optus Stadium with boos and R-rated threats. Yeo conceded it was a grave mistake, vowing to teammates and fans that he'd never go hard for a ball again, in hopes of winning back their trust and playing in the true spirit of the game. Adam Simpson, visibly stunned during the Yeo incident, appeared too angry to speak after the game, simply muttering, "I don't know what to say to Elliot right now. It's probably the wrong time to ask me." As for his thoughts on the incident, Alistair Clarkson was too busy Googling the lyrics to the North Melbourne Club song. Here's hoping Yoey can adapt to the new rules and serve as an example to all players to avoid such egregious ball-winning acts in the future. The AFL has confirmed it wasn't a bomb scare at Marvel Stadium on Friday night in the game between the Bulldogs and the Lions. Concerns were raised when Bulldogs fans were seen fleeing in large numbers early in the last quarter. Ground officials are still investigating, but initial reports suggest it may have been triggered by a rumor at three-quarter time that Rory Lobb had decided to stay at the club. Others speculate that it may have had something to do with the Bulldogs getting smashed in, disposals, clearances, contested ball, inside 50s, kicking like shit, and celebrating every goal like it was New Year's Eve. Asked what he thought was behind the exit, Coach Luke Beveridge said he really wasn't sure, admitting he'd been watching Lob's latest TikTok. He then urged Bulldogs fans to be patient with the rebuild, saying it would take some time. When pressed on how long it would take, the Premiership coach said it all depends on how long it takes Marcus Bontempelli to start having kids. Speaking after his team's narrow 6-point loss to Hawthorn, Giants coach Adam Kingsley conceded that his team hadn't put enough time into the fine art of ducking over the offseason. The second-year coach vowed that his team would begin work on this crucial area of the game immediately, saying the week would kick off with Ginnivision, otherwise known as closely studying tape of Jack Ginnivan, to hone the technique. When it was pointed out to Kingsley that his team had also been beaten by the Hawks, in another critical area, staging, the coach took full responsibility, admitting he spent too much time on trivial skills like goal kicking and contested work. He then commended Sam Mitchell for helping players like Newcomb, Sicily, and Ginnivan realize their full staging potential. Asked about Kingsley's praise, Sam Mitchell said he would be privately texting him, while Jack Ginnivan downplayed the compliment, saying full credit must go to his role model and original ducking master, Joel Selwood. The Hawks go to 6-7 and sit just a game out of the 8. They've got the Hawks up next at the G, while the Giants play Port Adelaide at home. Here's hoping Kingers boys have learned their lesson and can put their newfound skills to work going forward. And if you're enjoying the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and maybe even say good day in the comments. My feelings about the Adelaide-Richmond game can best be summed up in, you guessed it, a poem. In Adelaide, the Crows once soared, but now their fans are mostly bored. Once a team of grit and fight, now they struggle every night. Maddie Nix, with list in hand, said, "Follow me to the promised land. But after losses and so much pain, they're asking if Maddie's gone insane. David King, with harsh critique, said Adelaide's drafting has been too meek. Depth is lacking, stars are few. Injuries have exposed this crew. Jason Dunstall joined the fray. Crows don't have stars to play. 4 or 5 key pieces gone. How did things go so wrong? Rumors swirl and whispers spread that Knicks' tenure hangs on by a thread. His job in jeopardy, future unclear. Can he steer the ship and persevere? Fans now watch with bated breath as the season flirts with death. Will Adelaide rise or will they fall? Only time will tell it all.